here this week with your recipe is the host, Erika Torres.
Hi, welcome to the show. I'm Erika, and I'll be showing you guys how to make brownie cupcake bites. They are very easy. They take a total of 32 minutes, but since we are a 10-minute show, we're going to just accelerate just a little bit. The ingredients you're going to need are any type of brownie mix, whipped cream, unsweetened applesauce, water, any toppings. Also forgot egg whites. So what you're going to do, I already have set the ingredients together because, again, this takes 10 minutes to prep, so I'm going to accelerate a bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the brownie mix and you're going to add half a cup of water, half a cup of unsweetened applesauce, and 2 egg whites. And the reason why, I also want to add that with this recipe, while the brownie mix box says you're going to add oil, you are not going to do it with this recipe. This is because, and this is as well as with egg yolks. This is mostly because both have some type of cholesterol that we want to avoid with this recipe, since this is really, really healthy. So what we're going to do is we're going to stir it just for a couple minutes. You really want to make sure it has that consistent runningness. If it doesn't, you have to keep stirring. The recipe says that you don't want to under-stir at all, because if you don't, it's not going to look perfect. So, like I said, this actually takes a total of 32 minutes to make, 10 minutes to prep, and then 12 minutes to bake, which is a very quick recipe. Like if you're having have like an hour to make to a party and you are in charge of desserts, this is very easy to make. It really would depend on how much you make, though. Like this box will probably make about 43 cupcake brownie bites. So you just want to keep stirring just until it's nice and runny, and it is not yet. So this is pretty much the reason. This is so this one usually would take about a couple minutes. Like I want to say at least 7 minutes to stir. But then again, I am low on time, so I gotta accelerate this a bit. Let's see. This is actually pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pens, and this is not the correct size, because with brownie bites you want the miniature size, but because I don't have money to buy the right size, I'm just going to use a regular one. This will still help you with the brownie bites because it will still hold a structure for the brownie bites in case you want to, because like if you don't, it's going to start falling over, and you don't want that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a spoon. Usually the best size is for a smaller spoon, so you want to just take a small scoop or a big scoop, doesn't matter. And you want to be careful with this because it does like to run. And you're going to pour it into here. Now I'm just going to pour in, I believe, 2, because I have just a few minutes. And that way, you can show it. And these will be put in the oven, and we'll be right back after these commercials. Stress can be a daily battle and sometimes can be a very dangerous health problem. But now you don't have to worry anymore because these stress stuffies are here to help distress you mentally with nerve-calming scents of lavender or jasmine.
I finally have one! Thank you, De-Stress Stuffies. Get yours today. You won't regret it. Find it in stores everywhere in 2029.
And welcome back. I just put the our brownie bites in our imaginary oven. However, since it takes 12 minutes to bake them, I actually went ahead and prepared some ahead of time. So what you're going to do now, and this is where the whipped cream comes in. You actually want a fat-free or light whipped cream. And you're just going to, and I'm just going to do the other side. You're going to shake it a bit, and then you're going to start putting it on the brownie bites. Now, I will advise the whipped cream. This is not the right whipped cream, but because I am light on time, this is the best option for when you just want to do a quick one. But I will advise that these do melt very quickly, so it is best to just to actually just put the whipped cream when you're at the event you're at. And yep. And all right, and that's all the whipped cream. And now time for the decorations. Now this is usually this is the most special thing about the decoration, special thing about the recipe. These brownie cupcakes can be used for any type of the time of the year. Like if you want to use for a Christmas party, you can use Christmas party toppings. Christmas toppings. If you want to use it for Halloween, you can use Halloween decorations. Now the recipe originally wanted candy corn, but I do not have candy corn, plus it's not the type of season, so I'm just going to replace it with a little bit of sprinkles. And do be careful with these sprinkles because these do get everywhere. So you just want a couple taps, just a couple taps for it, and that's it. But for these, and for like Halloween candies, like, okay, so I have, for Halloween candies, for example, like I have these eyeballs, these eyeball candies, and what you can do is that you can just place them, oh, that's a bad example. You can place them anywhere in the brownie bites, like, oh, yeah, icing's melting, but just place them anywhere, just make them as monstrous as you can. And so yep. And these brownie bites can be used for any type of the year. Like just like I said, like, and you can replace the toppings with anything you want. Like if you want for Valentine's Day, you can place it with Valentine's candy. Like this one time when I did this with a friend, I used Hershey's Kisses, truffles for the toppings, and I would say that they were pretty good. Addicting, I will say. Now, I will admit these are very addicting to eat, so I would advise not to eat too many, because I learned the hard way what happens when you eat too many of these. And yes. Now, what to say? Okay. And I will say, and I will give some warnings. Making this recipe is, while it is quick and fast, it is very, very messy. As I learned multiple times, like the brownie mix bag, of course, you're going to be careful with that because it's going to get all over the place. The brownie, porch, oh, like the spoon, you don't want the spoon to be in there and get dirty. And you also want to be careful with the mix, because if you are not careful with it when you're pouring it in the cupcakes batter, it's going to get all over the cupcakes, and as you can see, it gets a little messy. And I think that's all the time we have today. Join us next time. Or, yeah, join us next time when I make another healthy dessert and not try to make a mess.